Student union at the University of Manitoba is trying to ban pro-life activism on campus. They're doing this under the pretense that such activism is an act of coercion with respect to making reproductive choices. It's unclear exactly what they mean by coercion here, because they're not using the real definition of coercion. Could they mean that we are persuading people with arguments and evidence, and that's coercion? I mean, even if we're using pictures and images that they think are graphic, that's still not coercion. That's not force, that's not threat. It could be the case that what they mean by coercion here is that by trying to make abortion illegal, we are coercing women to have the children that they've conceived. We are coercing them to not kill their children. This is like saying it's coercion to make murder illegal because you are being coerced to not kill your neighbor. It's coercion to have laws against drinking and driving because you're being coerced to drive sober. It doesn't make any sense. And if you extend the argument, then you're technically saying that if you are in favor of any law, then you are in favor of coercion. That's pretty libertarian.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no!
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
The charge of coercion specifically is really crazy because there are a lot of women who were pressured and coerced into having an abortion. For instance, in America, there was a survey that showed that 58% of women who had an abortion said that they did so to make somebody else happy. 74% said that they were not without social pressure to have their abortion. The union states that they support free speech unless that free speech violates other groups or individuals' rights to feel safe. Well, that's good, because we also support everybody's right to feel safe. You should have the right to feel safe, feel happy, feel sad. Sometimes you feel a little hungry. Sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes, you feel scared and it's fun. Halloween, you feel scared. Yeah. But you know what? They're not talking about your right to passively feel certain feelings. They're talking about their responsibility to make sure that you have certain feelings and that nobody else is going to get in the way of that. And how could they ever know whether or not you have certain feelings? And it doesn't make any sense. It purposely doesn't make any sense because it's purposely vague. It's just a tool to basically say anything that we don't like is something that makes us unsafe. It's a very similar language to when you hear people talking about offensiveness. And like Jordan Peterson has that really good quote where he says to Kathy Newman,
in order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. Like you're certainly willing to risk offending me in the pursuit of truth. Why should you have the right to do that? It's been rather uncomfortable.
When people come up to a pro-life activist and they get right in your face and they start yelling cusses at you, that doesn't make you feel very safe. But I don't think that the university really cares about that, to be honest. Chances are on November 5th, the motion is going to pass. We do have a petition that you could sign. We'll put it in the description that we're going to bring there. What would be really important is if you go to the school, please let us know. Let's work together. Let's try to do something about this because this needs to stop. And if you're not pro-life, but you're pro-free speech, you should stand up for us anyway because it'll be us right now and it's going to be you next.